When we talk about Hollywood legends, we often think about the huge greats, don't we? And in particular, this lady. Yes, the ever brilliant and wonderful Marlene Dietrich. Now, Marlene Dietrich to me is simply an icon, you know, not just of movies, but of everything. Her image remains intact to this day. But what's also very interesting with Marlene is this. She was recently trending on Twitter, social media, because apparently they'd found some notes and letters and stuff like that where she'd written something rather unsavoury, shall we say, a little bit mean about the actress Meryl Streep, and people were saying, oh, how could she, you know? We don't know what context, etc. But what I find interesting is the fact that you do get an insight into these icons, particularly in later life. A lot of people were asking me, did you meet Marlene Dietrich? Do you know anything about her? What I can tell you is a bit of a memory from someone who truly worked with her very closely, the brilliant British actor Richard Todd. He, of course, of the Dam Busters fame. Now, I was lucky enough to bump into Richard at the Theatre Royal in Hanley, where I was appearing in a show called Variety Express. He was literally asleep in a chair on the stage, waiting for them to reset it. We were in the evening, he was doing a play in the afternoon. Wonderful man, and spoke very, very nicely about the late and brilliant Marlene. Let me explain. They starred together way back in 1950 in a British film called Stage Fright, one of Richard's big breaks. And he said to me that she was absolutely fabulous in the fact that she was encouraging and gave him the best lighting, the best lines, really wanted him to do well, which is nice, isn't it, when you think about it. He kept in touch all those years later, and they had hoped to work together again. Sadly, it wasn't to be. What is interesting to note, though, is this, that Marlene realised that he was a struggling actor. He'd had a few hits at this point, but not many. But she cooked every day and brought extra food to the set and darned his socks, looked after him, made him feel incredibly special. As he said, she was an amazingly brilliant, enigmatic woman who truly was beautiful but knew so much about the art of making films, movies and fame. And it's funny, isn't it, way on that stage in the middle of Hanley in Staffordshire, all those years later you meet someone who knew an icon so closely, worked together for months on end in a movie which was filmed in London, which is a brilliant movie, by the way, if you haven't seen Stage Fright, and they tell you those little inner secrets about someone that you truly had no idea about. Richard Todd is greatly missed. He was a wonderful actor and in later part of life popped up in hit TV shows like Heartbeat, but he will be forever known as the brilliant star of course, Dam Busters. For now, it's lovely to share that memory of Marlene Dietrich and Richard Todd with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.